This story was posted in a Discord server that I'm in, and when I saw the title alone, I said this story is just way too funny not to talk about. And when I found out this person's name, it made it even 10 times funnier. It actually took me a while to start recording this because I could not stop laughing, but I think I've calmed myself down. But something tells me something else is going to stick out to me in this story that's going to make me start laughing again. But anyway, this man's name, first off, he is a GOP lawmaker out of Michigan, and his name is Neil Friske. Now, hold on to that right there because his last name is Friske. And this guy was arrested. See, I started laughing already. This guy was arrested because he was caught in the middle of the night chasing a stripper with a firearm. I'm just sitting here saying to myself, what in the world is going on here? Damn, that is crazy. Like, his last name is Friske. You're chasing a stripper with a firearm. This is wild to me. But let's go ahead and get into this. On Wednesday, no less credible a source than Slate.com announced that Lansing, Michigan is the most relevant bellwether population center in the country, where go with Lansing, so go with the nation, we say. Hours after the publication of the piece, as if to emphasize that Lansing is where it all happens, a 62-year-old Michigan state representative named Neil Friske delivered what may go down as the signature political arrest of the year, getting collared at 2:45 a.m. Thursday by Lansing PD because, according to an initial report in the MIRS news service, he had quote-unquote chased an adult dancer after a disagreement and had a gun in his possession at the time. Authorities say now I'm curious what the disagreement was. Authorities say the county prosecutor's office is reviewing his case and that he may be arraigned on Friday or Saturday. According to a police spokesperson quoted in the Detroit Free Press, officers were dispatched to an area near Friske's residence in the state capital. He represents a district in northern Michigan to respond to reports of a male with a gun. Per the Freep, Friske is being held in police lockup, which did not stop his re-election campaign from releasing a doozy of a statement. And I'm going to read to you what the statement says right here. Official statement from the Team Friske campaign. This morning, it was brought to our attention that Representative Friske was arrested and being held. As many of us know, Representative Friske is always exercising his Second Amendment right. This reads like a bad skit, but is actually indeed true. That's the crazy part about it. We do not have any details beside what has the media source, oddly, before any of us knew anything. It is highly suspect considering the timing of this situation right before absentee ballots are released, a day after an unknown phone number conducted polling of the 107 race representative between Representative Friske and our opponent with deep state ties. So now what they're trying to say is that this is some kind of a setup and that none of this is even true. That's the angle that they're trying to go with. It goes on to say, we ask everyone for prayers and to stay tuned from updates directly from this campaign or Representative Friske himself. Thank you for the outpouring of concern and unwavering support we have received this morning. Clearly, Representative Friske is over the target in this race, and it ends off with Team Friske. And it's funny because as I was reading, like, I think it was posted up on Facebook and you can see the emojis. Some people was putting the laughing emojis because they are laughing hard as hell at this. Admit nothing, deny everything, make counter accusations. Concurrently to his arrest, somehow Friske also posted this tweet, which includes a fairly complicated allegorical graphic explaining his opposition to a bill pending the legislature, which would outlaw AI generated P-word. Okay. He said the Greeks are carrying spears and they look like potatoes from a children's book, and they're talking about the description of the post that he made from a children's book. But the RINOs or Republicans in name only are wearing contemporary men's suits. There's some stuff that could have been cleaned up there, but in Friske's defense, he was busy, i.e. in jail at the time. Friske is a member of the state-level Republican Freedom Caucus, quote-unquote, a right-wing faction, and has co-sponsored a bill that would require state schools to provide instruction on the quote-unquote Christian foundations of U.S. history. I always look at people like this with a side eye when they talk about so-called Christian values. MIRS's report said the dancer involved in the incident works for the Lansing location of the Deja Vu Gentlemen's Club chain, which was founded by a native of a nearby small town who began his business career by inventing the Penographic Drive-In Theater. Like we said, Lansing is where it all happens. That was one hell of a story. And like I said, when you read it, it sounds like a bad skit, but this this did indeed happen. As a matter of fact, for more added confirmation, if I have anybody who lives in the state of Michigan, more so those who live near Lansing, can you please confirm or deny this actually happening? But the thing about it is, if you type his name into Google and like certain keywords, this is posted in multiple locations, not just from where I read it from. But whoever wrote this definitely had a wicked sense of humor, because they definitely was having fun at this man's expense. That is some nasty work right there. Like, my thing is, I think the biggest thing that I'm trying to figure out from this is, what was the disagreement? That's what I'd like to know. What was the disagreement to the point where you chased this woman out of the strip club at 2-something in the morning with a gun? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And what were you doing at 2:45? I mean, we know what you was doing. I mean, you was having a good time. Apparently, you wasn't having a great time, because I don't know if the stripper didn't let you touch her, which you're not supposed to do, if you didn't let her do her job properly, or if you wanted something extra and you wasn't trying to pay. Usually, those are some of the things that will cause the stripper to like keep her distance from you, from the man. So something tells me he tried to do a little something extra and she wasn't feeling it, and he got upset, and it led to this right here. Oh, if they only had this on surveillance camera. Could you imagine if this was on camera, or if someone was recording this and this went down like that? Oh my God, that would make this even more funnier. I kind of hope that some kind of video, whether it was recorded on a phone or picked up on surveillance, actually comes out, because that would make this situation so much more hilarious to me. But if it's not, I'll take the details. The details was funny enough. But yeah, this, like I said, when I first saw this, I said this was too funny for me not to talk about, and I'm sure y'all probably got a good laugh at this as well.